love, it's Angelica aka Angie B, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are taking down these 1-month-old cornrows. They are super dry, very old, very frizzy. You can barely see my scalp. I literally have to part my braids for you to see my scalp, and as you can see there is a lot of hair growth when I lift them and move them. Of course there's a slight bit of looseness, but a lot of it is hair growth. I was also using my rice water, the Yao Women's recipe of rice water that I fermented for a whole 6 weeks, and I used that while I was in the braids, and I can say it definitely made a difference. You can see my growth is ridiculous, but it is time to take these braids out. I cannot keep them in any longer. This is starting to look ridiculous, but actually almost every time I do my braids I take them out when they reach this point, which is about a month, when I'm lucky 5 weeks. And as you can see, my ends are nice and still nice and curly because I have been washing my hair. Every time I used the rice water I would wash my hair, which was twice during this time. And now we're getting ready to take them down, and first you are going to want to spray your braids down. I would suggest if you have a continuous spray bottle, please use it. If you only have the regular spray bottle, you can use it as well, but please be very light-handed. You don't want your hair to get wet, not even damp. You just want it to feel slightly moisturized so your hair is less prone to breakage as you are undoing it. And here I was just massaging the water into my hair to make sure it's nice and settled in and not sitting on top of my hair, and I worked that into the ends as well to make sure that they are nicely coated. And now I'm going in with my favorite oil mix, which has a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of almond oil, peppermint oil, tea tree oil, and a little bit of rosemary oil. And I'm focusing this on the ends, and whatever's left on my hands I'm just brushing that over the rest of the hair to seal in a little bit of the moisture from the water that we just sprayed in. And as you see, as soon as I start taking my hair down, my hair is not even a little bit damp, it just feels moisturized, and you see that. So now we are going to go on to the first braid and start undoing the braid. It is very easy. I do not use any combs. I don't use anything to start taking my hair down. I only use my hands. If you prefer to use a comb, you can go ahead and do that, but I use my hands to avoid breakage, but I do use the comb when I'm detangling. So here we go. I was extremely gentle as I was unraveling this. This is just sped up, so it might look slightly more aggressive because it's double the speed, but I promise you I was undoing my hair very gently with my hands, as you guys can see, and it's not getting tangled. If anything, my hair looks pretty defined, and my hair looks pretty clean as well. There's no dandruff, there's no like excess gunk all over the braid. You only see a little bit of buildup towards the front of the braid, which is buildup from my products, of course, when I moisturize my hair and when I wash my hair. But my hair did not feel at all extremely dry or extremely, like, you know, that really sticky feeling you get when your hair has been braided for a long time. Because I was washing my hair, and I do have videos on how I do this, I will link my playlist in the description box below, so check that out. And at the end of this video you guys will see that my hair looks pretty fine. It almost looks like a nice braid out. I even come a little bit closer to the screen so you guys can see that my hair looked nice and shiny. Most of the time when I take my braids down, my hair looks very dull and it feels a little bit stringy and sticky, but this time it came out amazing, and I 100% attribute this to my moisturizing routine, being able to wash my hair, and also the rice water. You guys can see my hair looks pretty good for hair that just came out of the braid out, and you can easily see that build up towards the front of my hair. So now I went ahead and just, not necessarily finger detangled, I was just pulling out any excess shed hairs, because this is the hair that can cause unnecessary tangling when you're detangling your hair, and that is the little hair that came out of this one section. So now I'm trying this new product that I used for the first time, and it is a game changer. I have never used it before. It is the African Pride Moisture Miracle Aloe and Coconut Oil Detangle and Condition Pre-Shampoo. That is a mouthful. But yes, it has a very much of an aloe vera consistency, and it's very like sticky, as you guys can see, but it does not feel disgusting. It doesn't feel like fresh aloe vera either, and I think I prefer this. And sometimes you don't want to take the time to start chopping up aloe vera and doing all that kind of stuff, or any other kind of detangler. I have used a few other detanglers in the past, but this one by far is my new favorite. Is it a necessity? Definitely not. If you don't have this, you can use conditioner diluted with water just to give your hair a lot of slip and help you detangle your hair. But if you haven't detangled yet and you're thinking of trying this product, I highly recommend it. So I was just detangling it with a first with my fingers to remove any excess shed hairs again while finger detangling. Then I go ahead and use my tangle teaser just to make sure it is very nicely detangled, and you guys can see my tangle teaser was just gliding through the braid very easily. And after this, I clipped the hair back and went on to the next braid, and from now on I'm going to play some music so you guys can see I literally did everything that I did to this first braid. I did the same thing to every single braid. I don't wait to undo all my braids to start detangling. I literally detangle per braid, every single braid, because the curls are kind of going in different directions and it's more prone to tangling and breakage if you wait. But by all means, if you would like to unbraid all your hair at once and then section it and start detangling, you could go ahead and do that, but I highly recommend doing it this way because it is much faster, much easier, much prone to less breakage and tangles. And let's get to doing it to all the rest of the braids. And that is it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit my face on the side of the screen right there. And if you'd like to see any of my older videos, please watch the other videos on the other side of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!